Hello everyone. Sorry, I didn't know if it was recording. It is Yule. It is our winter solstice. So I'm doing a video just to talk about what I've been up to today. I have started ritual. I made a little video, which I'll put in a second, of a spell I'm working on and my altar. I didn't really decorate it per se for Yule because my altar has a lot on it and I would have to take it all off, and I don't like to mess with my energy. I have worked really hard on getting my energy on that my altar is for, and I don't like to really mess with that. Sorry, I'm getting a text because they don't understand the word of vacation. I took vacation for today, tomorrow, and Friday. And, yeah, I don't have to be back to work. I go to work on Monday for like 2 hours. And, sorry. I go for work for like 2 hours just to do some ordering for the kitchen. I oversee the ordering and make sure we price it out and stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. Boring stuff. Anyway, so I have to go do that on Monday, but then I get to leave 2 hours early on Friday. So, yeah. I'm going to do that. So, it's been a really good day. I went and I got several things. I'll show you guys. I'm like in sweats, so I think it's more comfortable to sit here. It's warmer because it's cold. So I got the Llewellyn's Witch's Calendar 2017. I like this because I can just look at it. They also have like a day planner, but if I had that, I would set it on the shelf and I would never look at it. So I got this, and I usually order it from them directly, but I was supporting my local businesses, and this was at my local witchy store, Pearls of Wisdom, in the Clintonville area of Ohio, or in Columbus. And so I got that, still sealed. I haven't opened it because I still have time. What else did I get? So I got a piece of pyrite, which I'll show you guys. I got some dragon's blood resin. I went to this super cute store today. It's called Bowling Apothecary. I didn't know it was there. It is literally across the street from the store, the witchy store that I said, Pearls of Wisdom. It's literally across the main street, but it's in like a little green cottage, and it sits behind a gallery, so it's kind of tucked in, and you can't really see it from the road. That's why I've never noticed it. Or either that, or I thought it was someone's house, because it kind of looks like a house, but it's like a little green like cottage. And I went in thinking, oh, I'll take my camera and I will film. And when I got there, they were so busy. Poor little girl by the counter is like, she's being really friendly and everything, but she's ringing people up, and I could tell that she hasn't had a moment she's been constantly ringing. And it wasn't slammed, but it's just so little, there's 10 people in there, and it seems like and I was like, I don't want to talk, hold my camera out, film stuff when there's that many people crammed in a small space. So I was like, I'll come back another way. So, yeah. So that's that. I'm going to link my video here so I can show you what I did. Okay. So one of the things I got today was, I have my light on. Sorry if it's too bright. But I got dragon's blood resin. So there's that, and I have my lighter. And I have a charcoal in my cauldron. And you can see it's sizzling away there. It's not as fragrant as the incense sticks, but I think that's just because that's a purer form. But that's for my Yule. And then I have this is my normal meditation thing, and I have just a little bit of sandalwood going there, and normal stuff. Now I'm going to show you what I have. I set up a spell over here. This is
Sorry, my roommate is texting me at the same time I'm filming, which is driving me crazy. Sorry. So this is my spell for Yule. I want to bring in a lot of healing, I think, for especially in everywhere right now in the world, but also where I live. Ever since our political system is just going crazy, and there's a lot of hate and negativity being spewed, and I'm just trying to bring that in to the new year, as because to me Yule is the new year. You know, it's and then everything is reborn. So this is I know that's going to throw some people off, but to me Yule is the new year. And I also think it's a great time to commune with spirits because it is the longest night. But I can talk about that later. But this is my spell. So I haven't started it, burning it yet, but I put it together. I put my intent in. I have black salt, love, and with the love I even added a little bit of cinnamon for extra protection and like strength, kind of, you know what I mean? A little oomph to put in there. But a black salt around the old thing so that no negativity will be filtered in. There's a 1 clove in each spot. You can see that. For its purpose. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff while I'm doing this. And then that will keep out negativity. And then it's focusing the spell to the middle, where any of my energies from the outside I want to remain pure. So that's why I put the layer of white salt in the middle. And then I have roses for love. You can, and I'll tell you the colors in a second. And lavender. And I think a little dandelion in there too. And then this is my strength, love. I'm getting really sidetracked, I'm sorry. This is for a lot of psychic, like, emotion. I know it's usually water, blue, but I'm using, this is like to help me psychologically deal with what's going on. And red is for I'm bringing in fire too. So there's kind of like a red theme going on here, but the green is the healing. I think the healing needs to be the focus point. We need to heal all these bad, horrible things that are happening. And for the new year, and especially here in the United States when we have crazy people becoming in charge. So that's that. So I also have my other altar on. I know I have, see, I'm like all lit up. Sorry about that. But goddess, God, feminine, masculine, or however you want to look at it. I would like to represent both energies. And then I have, my elemental candle spirit here, air, fire, earth, water. And I got some this today, which is, I have, that's from my spell work. Pyrite. And this piece called to me, and so I got it. And I said I don't need any more stones, but I needed that one. So I got that one. I'm going to set it right over here. I'm putting it on the goddess side. And I just think that I needed a little more over here. I kind of never take anything off. I mean, I do use it in other things and other workings, or if I'm carrying stones on me, I will take them off my altar and put them in a pouch from my pocket. But I usually leave a lot of them on here, just because it helps me to remember where they are and what have you. So you can see I've got all kinds of stones. This is black tourmaline. I got citrine points. I got some more citrine over here. Jade. Green calcite, I think this is. This is gold tiger's eye. There's 2 pieces of rose quartz. This, I made a video about it when I got it, and I can't remember the name of it right now. Green goldstone. It's really pretty, if you can see that. It shines like really cool. And then some smoky quartz, and then around the middle I've got some, that should be over there, bloodstone and green and stuff like that. And then this is a tiger's eye sphere, so I should probably put like that. And then garnet. And then this is a crossstone that was given to me by a witch probably 25 years ago. And at the time, it just, I valued it and I kept it. And so, and then I always had it. No matter what happened, I always had that. So I put it on my altar. I think I talked about it before. Some hematite. I got all kinds of stuff. I have to go through. When I learn it by reading it and looking at it so that I can connect. And that's how I learn my stones. Because there's just so many. Some ammonite, fossil ammonite over there. Yeah, so that's that. And then I've got this. I got some incense today, which I just threw away, and is patchouli. It's this kind, mystic incense. I wanted it for that altar. I have that burning over there.
So that is my spellcraft. It's over there. I had another platter. If you guys could see it when I was walking around with my camera, I don't know. I have to proofread the footage first, or proof the footage. I had another platter in the middle that had some sage, like loose sage, and other herbs. It's something I sprinkle on my charcoal, and I had it there because I didn't have room for it. But now I put it underneath my other platter so that I can do that. I do want to say you have to be careful when using this kind of platters, because candles burn down, they get hot, they can cause them to crack, so watch what you do. It's also best to probably not have anything cold right next to it, because I watched my roommate from a long time ago. We had a big glass dining room table, and he had put these hot heating rollers on the thing. He was styling some wig, and this is a little weird story, I know. But then walked over to the table and literally set his iced tea glass on the table, and my table went and split in two and fell on the floor. It was thick. So be careful. Heat and cold don't mix. You know what I mean? I don't really superheat my things, and usually the spell is pretty much over when it's burnt down, so nothing, it's just hot wax to get on it. It's nothing like hot flame. So if you guys can see this past Saturday, I went out, we were having an ice storm here, and I carry my Chihuahua, Star, because she doesn't, in the morning especially, because she's probably held her pee in, and she's old, she's probably 12, and trying to get her down the stairs and stuff, it's just easier for me to scoop her up because she's really like slow and stuff. She's still full of life, don't get me wrong, but in the mornings I just think it's easier for me just to scoop her up. I get her out of bed, otherwise she just lays in bed and looks at me and goes, pick me up. So I pick her up, and then I put on flip-flops, and I, like a dumbass, stepped out onto my first step, and my leg shot out from underneath me, and because I had her, I lifted her up, and I landed on my elbow. So, it split. I didn't know it at the time. I went like this, and I thought, oh, I don't see anything. I thought it was just, like I scuffed it on the ice. And so I stood up, and I went in and got some salt, and started putting it down. Then I realized there was blood coming down my thing, so I was like, oh, so I looked, and I was like, ooh, that looks kind of deep. And so I went and rinsed it out, and when that water hit it, I had to stop, and I had to lay down on the floor because I thought I was going to pass out. Like everything, I got really sweaty, everything started to go white, and I was like, oh, I'm going to pass out. So but my dog was still outside, and I hadn't shut the gate because I'm usually right there watching them, and they come right back in. Princess, the other dog. So I crawled over to the door, and I opened it up, and I called for her. She came in, and then I had to lay back down for a minute, and then I got myself together, got up, and then washed it, And I got woozy when I was washing it, but I was like, I need to wash it. And then I rinsed it all out, and then I got Band-Aids because it stopped bleeding. It bled a lot at once and stopped bleeding. And then I got Band-Aids and I pulled it together. And then I went back to sleep because I was like, I can't drive anywhere and I'm not going to pay for an ambulance, for a cut. So I was like, I'll go have it checked at urgent care. But this is at 7:30 in the morning. So I was like, I need to sleep. I'm not going to drive. My car was covered in a sheet of ice. And I would have taken forever to get in it and thaw it and scrape it. And I'm bleeding. So, or I had a cut. So, this story's getting long, and I apologize. But I went back to sleep, got up, and I got more work done on my tattoo. So, from noon until like 4:30. Okay, so there's the front. I think I showed you guys this before, and I had some of this done, but he's done more here. You can see he added the spell, the fire in from her hands. You can see I'm trying to do this and it's backwards, so there and there, and then he colored in my treant, and that's my mage. And then I'll turn it this way so you guys can see. So there's he is. That's his shoulder. It's really like I didn't know how much space there was. And then he added all this fire in back here. So now when I go back, he's going to work on this, the artwork here, and more on the side of this face. And then this band will be colored. And then I have that guy and this guy. So he's done, that's 8 hours of color. So I did that, and then I thought, after the tattoo, I was like, while I'm out here, I'm not that far away from Grandview, because I was on, I was Clintonville, campusy area, and it's not super far, it's just easier to, and I like to go to the one in Grandview, because I know they take my insurance and blah, 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 blah. So I drove over to Grandview, got on the freeway, and drove over to Grandview. And went in there, and she saw me, and they looked at it, and she goes, oh, I think we can just pull it together. She took the Band-Aids off, and she said, I think we can just pull it together with some skin glue. And I said, oh, okay. She goes, but I want to have it x-rayed. So they x-rayed it, and she thought it was fractured. So they immediately put me, and they took me in, and they did stitches. I got 5 stitches. And then, so they put me on the antibiotics. They gave me a tetanus shot. They, which I'm really iffy about being on things I don't need, right? But I was like, well, I'll do the tetanus because it's probably been 15 years since I've had a tetanus shot. So, I guess you're supposed to have them every 10 according to them. But I got a tetanus shot, and then I kind of willed it to come back out because I don't really want it. So I don't know if it came out on the Band-Aid or whatever, but I was really wanting it to. And then she prescribed me antibiotics, and then they did the x-ray, or they put me in a sling. And they said, don't wear the sling, and then you need to make an appointment with this orthopedic guy. So I went this morning to the orthopedics guy, and he literally was like, well, it looks fine. I don't know what you're doing here. And I was like, because she said it was fractured. So he was like, he pulled back up the x-rays, and he was looking at the x-rays, and I'm sitting there looking at him with him, and he's like, well, the radiologist didn't see a break. I don't see a break. Do you see a break? And I was like, I don't see anything. And he goes, but he's pointing, and he goes, well, this is some fluid, and this is, swelling, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, but there's no break. So thank God I don't have a break, because I didn't have any pain, really. Just sore right there, but like, I can move, I can rotate, I can do everything. So he was like, it's probably not broken. If there is anything a little bit broken in there, it will heal itself because it's not showing up on the x-ray. So, kudos, I have no break. So, that's that. So that's been my Yule day in a nutshell. I'm getting ready for ritual. So I can focus some energy and calm my head. But I'm also kind of watching a movie, so I kind of want that to be over so I can get that out of my head before I do ritual. Because it's kind of a sad movie. If anyone has ever seen the movie The Help, It's on TV right now, and I own it, but it's on TV, and so I watch it on there because during the commercials I can do stuff like this, and it's sad, and it's kind of like pertinent to what's going on right now in our country, in the United States, because just all the racism and just all the stuff is just, people need to reflect back and go, this is wrong. You know what I mean? This is why we have laws. This is why we do stuff. It's because people act like this. So, yeah, I think that's it. For some reason, my hand is itching right there. I think it's actually right there. I keep having to put gel on it because today it seems really dry. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed my babble, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed Yule and happy solstice, or whichever way you want to put that. And I will talk to you soon. Blessed be.